Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So with massive request for this video, I'm just going to go straight in and start doing it for you. It's how to do the press-ons for your clients and things like that. So where to start, because I didn't have a clue. I had to watch a couple of YouTube videos. I had to ask around a few of my nail tech buddies, and yeah, I got the answers, so I'm going to share with you. So the first thing you're going to need is some kind of display tip holder, just so you can create your designs on and they're not going to go anywhere. So I got this from Chrissy Pierce's website at nail.supplies. I'm not sure what the availability is like on this, but you can improvise with blue tack and some orange wood sticks, things like that. So don't worry, you don't need one of these, you just need something to be able to place your tips on to work on. So on this, I'm just using some white tack. Pop a little bit on, don't go crazy with this, because once you press your tip on, it all smooshes down the sides and then your acrylic gets stuck on it and it makes a massive mess. So the less you can use, the better. And I find that if you use just enough, it's perfect. So that's the first thing you're going to need. You're then going to go on to tips. So I purchased these from Amazon and it's a pack of 600 and you get 50 of each. And they're the full coffin shaped clear tips. So we've got a size 6 here. I'll just show you what they look like. I'll leave the links for these in the description below. I'm not sure what stock they've got left in these, but I will do my best to leave all the links for everything that I'm using. So as you can see, they're quite a good length, so you can shorten these or you can keep them as long as they are. And they're clear as well, so any designs on these are perfect. They're going to see the design underneath just as they would if they were having their nails done professionally. So you get a pack of 50 of each size, and the reason why there's 600 in this is because you get an extra, well, you get 100 size 4 and 100 size 5, which are the main sizes. So I do my nails in packs of 16, just so that when I don't need to faffing around and measuring, it's never really accurate. So, I mean, sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't, but I just couldn't be bothered with that. So I thought if I just do a bigger box, charge a little bit extra, then they've got some spares if they need it, and they'll fit all. So I'll get to that when we come to do that. So in the packs, I've also got some, you can get whatever tips you want. I also got some oval tips from Vixie at Amazon as well. I'll leave the link for her tips. And these are the small almond shaped clear tips. Well, they're not tips, they're full colour nails. So I'll just show you what one of them look like. These are for my shorter nail clients, or the clients that like the little almond nails, or short stiletto. I hope this is picking it up okay. Please excuse the state of my nails, they have been battered. They've got gel polish over acrylic and all sorts. So they're the little almond shaped nails. You get 100 of those. I'll leave links again. So that's them ones. So once you've created your design and you've done all of your nails on your stand, you're going to want to package these up. So once you've got all of your nails ready and done, finished, you're going to stick them inside a box. So I just got these. They come in a pack of 10 like this. So these are from Amazon as well, from Digiflex. These are Trixie's as well, and they come like that, sealed in a pack of 10. I'll leave the links for these as well. So inside the box, I've got my own little sticker that I had made with my business name on it from Amazon again. I'll just show you them. They come in an envelope like this, and basically you just pop in what you want on them. So I've got Emma's acrylics on there, handmade by Emma's Acrylics with love. I just thought it left a professional touch and it personalised it to your business, which is what we all want for our clients and people that just want nails. So I stick the sticker on the front of the box, and inside the box it's meant for jewellery. So, oh, there's a bit of something on that one. So this is what the inside looks like. So basically, when I come to use these, they come with an elastic band and a little metal holder for jewellery. So I take these out, My hands are fully sanitised and washed, by the way. And then I get my little scissors and I basically cut that off because we don't need that. And then these, they can bend from the back of the foam. Depending on what boxes you use, they may not even have these inside. And then pull those out, discard that. So then on this strip is where you're going to be displaying your nails when you pop them inside your box. So I like to use this. So this is the double-sided sellotape, and this is off Amazon as well. I can give you a link for that. So this one that I've opened already, I'll just show you what I do. So with the double-sided, it comes in like a nice thick foam. This underside is sticky, and then this side at the top peels off, and you've got a sticky top as well. They're very sticky. They don't really lose the stick. It's great. So what I do is I measure that to the length of what I'm going to be sticking it on, cut it, and then stick it on, and then peel it back, and then start displaying my nails in the set, going from size bigger out to each side smaller. I'll go through that properly with you when we come to pack up the boxes when I record that. So once your nails are done, that's inside. Then we have the lid. So what I like to do on this one is, again, with the double-sided sticky tape, cut about 2 inches off, and then cut this in half, so the thinner strips, because it's quite a thick strip, this. So cut that in half, and then I like to stick one piece up here and one piece in the middle, and that is basically for your glue and your cuticle stick and your nail file. So the packs of glues also come from Amazon, and they come in packs of 10. This is another spare one that I got with the almond tips. As you can see, I've used some of these already because I've made a lot for my clients in the last few days. So these are the little glues, the 2 gram glues. Amazon, eBay again. Little nail glue. One of those goes in, it can stick to the lid, and then you have an emery board or a nail file. You can pick these up in packs of 100 to 50, depending on what you want for your clients. Pop one of those in as well, and then you need an orange wood stick. So these are just for your clients to push the cuticles back and to help sort of with application and things like that. Let them know to prep the nails first using the file and the cuticle wood stick before they go on to press the nails. Give them that advice and then they will last longer for them. So that's that. What I then like to do is pop them in an organza bag. Now I've not had to do any postal orders at the moment, so I've just been popping them in these large organza bags. Again, I'll leave a link. I just think they look really pretty. They can go inside the organza bag and then the drawstring, and it just gives it a finishing sort of luxurious feel, a little last touch. So yeah, I'll come back in a minute with the display tips and how I use them, and I'm going to do a quick nude design on them for you, and then I'm going to show you how to package them up. I'll record that later. Okay, so I'm just going to show you very quickly the majority of sizes that I use and how I do it so that I know that they're going to fit all people of average size nails. I do ask if the client has smaller nail beds or larger nail beds. I'll accommodate for those as well, using the smaller sizing or the bigger sizing. But this is an all-rounder size for near enough every client. They're going to be able to get a full set out of this set, even if they have to make sort of minor alterations with a file provided in the kit. So for thumbs, I always go for number 1, so I'll pop 2 tips of these in. Also number 2, if they've got a smaller thumb, I'll pop 2 of these tips in. And then I'll use 2 number 3s. So I'm going to put these in order. I'm going to show you exactly how I work. I use 4 number 4s, 2 number 5s, 2 number 6 and 2 number 7s, and that will give us sort of the full range of sizes for a set of 16 nails. So with these, I start putting them in order. So I start from the highest, the lowest number, sorry, which is the biggest size. So I'll start with number 1, and I'll pop 2 of these out. So 1, 2. Keep those in the middle. Seal them back up and get rid of them back in the bag that they all came in. Same with number 2. I'm going to use 2 of these. And we're working our way outwards just so that it's more aesthetically pleasing to the eye when you package them up. I think it just looks prettier and more professional. So 2 number 2 tips going in, and we're keeping the length of these because this particular client likes the longer coffin shape. So these are perfect medium to long length. I'm going to use 2 number 3s, which are larger again. They're not quite as large as an average thumb, but they do come in handy for middle fingers that tend to be bigger than all the other fingers as well. So pop 2 number 3s down, like that. Seal those back up. Just getting these away so I don't end up tipping them everywhere. And then number 4 is more of an average size, so for all nails. So we put in 4 of these. 1. So it's a good job you get double the amount of these in the kit. So 1, 2 on either side, and 1, 2 on that side. And pop those away. It's great that they come in the grit bags all separately for you, sized for you. It just makes everything so much easier. Okay, the number 5s, we're going to put 2 of these in. And again, they've got the little file anyway, so they're going to be able to sort of customise these exactly to their own length, shape, size. Get those put away. So you can sort of see what I'm doing here. I'm sort of creating my board, if you like, with the nails. Use 2 number 6s, which are smaller. These can be used for pinkies or a smaller ring finger. 2 of those, and then 2 number 7s for the pinkies. Number 8 and number 9 in these are super tiny, and I've even measured them on my 7-year-old's nails, and they seem to come in really small. And with these, with acrylic, because there's no flex in them when you put them on the nail, you do need to size up a little bit more than what you normally would. So that's why I'm doing it this way. I've found that it definitely works a lot better. So if you're thinking of doing this, that's a good tip. So number 7s, I use 2 of those. Okay, so we've got our 16 nails ready, and they're all in order, ready to go. So what I do on my display stand, I go work my way outwards and pull them in and do 4 nails at a time, just so I know where I'm up to. And if I'm doing a design custom sort of made set, I know sort of where the design's going to flow and I'm not going to get mixed up. So pulling in from the outside, start from the outside, stick them to my blue tack. If you haven't got one of these stands, don't worry, get 4 orange wood sticks. You can definitely pick those up on eBay and Amazon, there's thousands of them, they're all in stock. You can stick them to the ends of those. This stand I've had for years, so it always comes in handy for displaying designs and things. So I've got my number 7s and my number 6s on there ready. So I'll start working outwards and come inwards to the middle, to the thumbs. Then once the design is done, I can file them, I can top coat them or pop designs on the top of them, crystals, etc. And then get them packaged up. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I'm using Fantasy by CJP. This client wants a full nude coffin set. So I've decided to go in with Fantasy because it is beautiful. So I've got my monomer here and I've got my nails ready. So let's do it. So remembering with these press-ons, they've got to be thinner than what you would normally build on a set when you're doing it on a physical client. So starting at the cuticle, go in really thin. So I'm just starting up the top. I'm just going to gently push it up to the cuticle. This is all in real time. It's sort of like a live feed, if you like. And keep the sides super clean. Make sure you're putting these on nice and thin. Wet your brush and sort of tickle back so that you're hitting the complete outer edge, but tidying up your cuticles at the same time. I hope this is making sense while you can see me do it. So as you can see, it is super thin. I can still see the blue tack and everything underneath. So you're just going to build your colour carefully and very thinly. You don't want anything too thick. So again, going at the tip, just push that up. Careful not to let anything go over your sides. because it is a nightmare trying to clean out those. I've not done it yet, fingers crossed, touch wood. I'm not going to, because I've done it before when I've done different display tips for designs I've shown clients and things, and it is a nightmare. You can't get it out. You don't want anything underneath. So again, keeping that cuticle area really nice and thin. You still want to build quite a bit of an apex, especially if they're long, because if your client catches it, you don't want them snapping straight away like the cheap ones you can buy from the shop. This is a custom acrylic set that you're charging for and that you're advertising, so you want it to be spot on. You want them to be as strong as your acrylic that you would normally do. So I'm just going to do this one nail, and then I'm going to show you how I file these. In fact, I'll do a couple of nails and then you can see exactly what I'm doing. So again, I'm just building my colour up. This is a strength powder as well, so I don't need to cap it or anything like that. It's a core powder, Fantasy. Beautiful. So I don't have to add any excess thickness, so I can go a little bit more in with my cover powder. So that's done and ready, we're all covered. Make sure all of your cuticle area is nice and neat. I'm just going to add a little bit more on there, because it's really important that you do get everywhere. Brush back and then keep checking underneath the back. Make sure you've got nothing, or up down the sides, you've got nothing sort of leaking over anywhere. Make sure it's all nice and neat and there's nothing sort of getting messy underneath. Like I said, it's a nightmare trying to get it out using e-files and stuff. We want to minimise the time that we're doing these for as much as possible. So that's your full cover nail. So we'll let that dry. I'll go and do another one. This is a full set of nude nails with a strip of colour gel polish design over the top. So we can go in and just create all of these using Fantasy. It's a strength powder as well. Obviously, depending on whatever design you do, if you need to cap any designs, again, like you would on a normal client, just make sure you're working very thin so you don't add big bulky nails and you don't have loads of filing to do on these, because I tell you now, these for filing, I've got these plasters. You are going to need something to protect your fingers, your thumb and your index finger, because as you can see there's gouges out of my nails and everything. You make a mess. It's pointless doing these with pretty nails on unless you're going to use gloves or nail defenders, anything like that, because they do get chopped up a little bit. Okay, going around that cuticle area, making sure it's well covered, concentrating on your sides, keeping everything nice and clean. Building your colour up, adding strength as you go. Keeping everything super smooth and trying to keep the shape of the tip as well. That's why I'm constantly cleaning the side walls, making sure there's nothing under that free edge. If you get like a lip of anything under, because these are they've got a good C curve in them, just flick your brush underneath and pull that out. You don't want any of that on there, because again, it's a nightmare trying to get it out. So one last bead, just to get that colour in there. Got plenty of strength in there when you come to file them. Again, just tidy up the tip. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do all the 16 nails in this nude, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you how I file them and how I finish them off ready to package up. Okay, so now all my nails are done and they're all back in order to how I did them, the way I showed you. And now I'm just popping on some plasters. So I've got one on here because we're ready to file. I'm going to show you how I file these, where I file them and why I file them like that, just to give you a bit of an insight. Just going to pop my plasters on to protect my fingers because I was slicing them to death in the first few sets that I was doing. Don't do that. You can buy the rubber little finger protectors as well and things like that. So as you can see, I've already sort of took a couple of chunks out of my nails. I've got Barbie Girl underneath this gel polish as well. So I'm just going to place this in the places that I need to protect my skin. Okay, so I'm ready. So I always keep these in order still, so I don't get confused with the sizes and I know where I'm going to pop them in the box to display. So starting from the outside, very simple. I'm just going to show you how I do this. So with the nails the way they are, they do have a really prominent C curve in them. And once you've placed your acrylic on, it sets super hard, so there's no flexibility at all in these tips as they would with a polish on them, especially around the cuticle area where they're going to be pressing them on. So basically we want to get this part as flat as we can because these two ridges either side are really going to interfere with the fitting of the nail. So the first place I start with a flat file, take my file, I'm just using the CJP Tornado file, go underneath and file this part. You'll see why I need my plasters on in a minute. Please ignore my dry, crusty, horrible old lady hands because I've been washing them that much with everything going on. So again, either side, right underneath that cuticle area until the file starts to become flat and level with the nail underneath. So hold it firm, file it underneath that area, and you can see now already, just get my little dusty brush 1 second, where have I put it? Just hang on a sec. Right, so you can see now that this part is becoming flatter. So we want to do the same with the edges and the side walls because now they're going to dip up slightly. So taking your nail again, using it as a flat file, keep it really straight. I'm going to take out that little ridge on that side. This is where you need your plasters because you're putting the edge of that file right next to your skin. So again, holding it firmly, filing underneath. Just keep checking the nail, make sure that everything's nice and straight. A little bit more. Either side. And then again, come into your cuticle area, making sure that this is nice and straight as well. And smooth like that. And again, that side. Tipping your brush up slightly at maybe a 40-degree angle at that point. So bring up your side walls nice and straight with your cuticle area. And again, straight underneath, making sure that this part is nice and even on either side, as you would when you normally file a client's nail. And then turn it around and flat file your free edge. This is exactly how I file on my clients. And then if you need to go in at the sides a little bit to contour, flat file sideways this view, much easier than doing it the other way. And then you're going to come over the top. So again, holding it, start at the edge. It's very smooth, my application, it's not too bad, so I don't need to do loads of filing. I do need a little bit of a key in the acrylic because I'm going to be putting gel polish design on the top of this. I'll show you what I'm doing with these and I'll do them for you as well. So again, just contouring the top. Now when you come to the cuticle area, as you would on a natural sort of, well, not a natural nail, but on the acrylic nail on a client, you don't want any ridge here, so you want to keep this part again really, really thin, or as thin as you can. So again, I'm just gently, because I don't want to take the colour off to expose any clear tip, very, very gently contouring around that cuticle area, pushing it back, smoothing it out, so that when it does sit on the client's nail, when she presses it on, it's going to look flush and natural. It's not going to look like a stick-on nail. And there you have it. So that's how you would file one of your press-on nails. So I'm going to go away, I'm going to file all of these, and then I'll come back and show you the next step. Okay, so this is the finished result. All my nails are ready to be packaged. So I've done my little bit of design on the top with some gel polish, top coated them, cured them in the LED light, and took them off and put them back in the same order that I did them in. So we're going to package them up in our little box now. So again, we're back with one of these. So like I did before, I've already taken out the little metal prong and the elastic band. So this comes out of the box. It's easier if you do it like this. So once you've taken that out, I'm going to measure up my double-sided sticky tape, which I showed you before. And we're just going to get a rough measure of where we want to cut to. And just get your scissors, cut that off. And then with this, we're going to stick it onto your base for your box. We're just going to go in, line it up as best you can, and press it firmly down. So then this other side obviously comes off, so I'm going to peel that back. And these are super sticky, so just discard that. So I'm going to continue in order so that they look nice. I want to start with the biggest one in the middle. So I'm going to start on the right hand side, and I'm going to sort of eyeball the middle. So I'm going to start with one of my larger thumbnails. I'm just going to, now this can be a bit fiddly, and if you don't quite get it right, you have to redo it. And basically you continue like that. So I'm going to get my two thumbs on, keeping them at the same level, and then do each side like so. So basically you just fill up in the same order that you did. That's why it's so important to keep them all in order when you're doing them, so that when it comes to this bit it's really easy. You don't have to go faffing around trying to figure out what size is what, because sometimes you can't see the numbers underneath when your design's on. I did that on my first set that I did. Oh god, fiddly fiddly, I need to get rid of these horrible nails that I've got on now. So again, continuing until you've done all of this. Just gently pressing those nails down. All these nails have had a nice little alcohol wash once I've finished them as well. Just make sure they're all very nice and clean. And then I'm going to go across and do the other side, and then I'll come back. Okay, so that's the 16 nails all on and ready to go back in the box. So as easy as that, you just pop it straight back into the base of the box, like that. Make sure that they're all nice and in there neatly. So with the lid of the box, moving them to the side, we're going to take the double-sided sticky tape again. And I'm just going to cut about 2.5 inch, 3 inches off that. And then once you've got your piece like that, we're just going to cut in half. Do you know, I feel like I'm on Blue Peter or something. So weird. So strange not just doing it a voiceover. I'm actually doing this as I'm doing it. Okay, so once you've got your two strips, because it's quite thick, this foam tape, it's great. You could actually just do half of the nails, but I just like the way it fits in the box. So we're going to stick one half up near the top. Press that down nice and firmly, and do exactly the same with this one, more towards the middle. And stick that one down. And we're going to peel these back off. So you've got your top sticky layer, if I can get in. With these big fat horrible nails that I've got on now, I need to change these. Oh, come on. The pressure's on because I'm videoing this live, so I don't have to do a voiceover with the crazy loud house with children off school and stuff. Okay, so once that's done, we've got your two strips. Now your nail file goes at the top, so I'm just going to pop a nail file in. Press that down firmly, and honestly this stuff is so good, it's so sticky, it's brilliant. And then I'm going to go in with my nail glue and I'm going to pop that at the bottom on this one. And then you've got a cuticle wood stick that I'm just going to pop next to that on the top, like that. So everything's nice and firmly in place. It's not going to go rattling around the box. It's all well stuck and it's not going to go anywhere, so that's great. So again, just give them a firm press. So once you're happy, pop your lid back on. And now I'm just going to pop one of my stickers on the top of this. Now I get the stickers off Amazon like I showed you before, which are in here. And they come in different sizes. I got the 4.5 centimetre ones. And you can have them personalised on there. So I've got these Emma's Acrylic ones for my business name. And I love what sort of personal touch it gives for your business on something that you're selling to your clients as well. It's great. So I'm just going to stick that on the front. And then that then goes into one of these large organza bags. And because all of these are local, I've not had to post any out yet. So that goes in there like that. And then it's done. Lovely jubbly. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it really helped you if you're thinking about doing these press-on acrylic nails for some of your clients, or just to sell, just to keep you ticking over whilst we're in this horrible pandemic at the moment. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope to see you all in my next one.